Yeah, I'm pretty scared of it.
Is it happening?
Dude.
Oh my God, it's happening. Let's go.
Wow. Yeah.
Dude, I wish I could just listen to this in my car. Just this song.
Dude, I
For
can get
real.
you the MP3. I
I
can
would
get
love
you this
that.
track.
I would love that. Oh no, Charlie.
Did you see that catch though?
Yeah, that was crazy. Holy cow. Charlie. That's dope. We good? Dude, thank God this song is so long. Charlie! Wait, this is the best part of the song. Woo! Wow.
Woo!
Oh my God. So good.
Yes, dude.
Oh my God.
Yes, Winthrop,
This
bringing
feels
the
crazy.
energy, dude. Oh my God, I'm glad you brought the energy.
Yeah,
I'm,
I'm glad too.
You know, I was having a bit of an energy dip,
For real.
but I'm back up now.
You
I'm
did
up.
mention a Red Bull.
Dude, and we were out, caffeine-less house,
Dude.
which well, I mean, I could have made coffee, but I wasn't really feeling a warm drink.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
this is very much a cold drink show.
Yeah, no, I know. I got my
What was you sipping on?
mom fuel. Yeah.
Did you buy that, or did you get it as a gift?
Mary got it at a thrift store.
Okay,
So it's pretty awesome. It's kind of a house glass.
It's for public use.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good, dude. I'm very excited for this episode. Obviously, every day is a special day in the 100 Days from
Dude.
Radio Hour Studios, but
Every day.
today studios. But
Oh my
today is extra special because you are
better stop.
probably the most requested guest on
No,
the show.
I'm not. People are wrong for that. Oh my God. Stop, you guys. Stop. Who was that? Who was the one that just booed?
No, he said, "Aw."
Oh, okay.
He thought it was cute. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute.
No, because from from the start of the show, we've talked about your projects and your presence, and we're gonna get into all of that. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh my God. Hey, okay, so what's up, you guys? I feel like I'm like on YouTube. I've been waiting for this moment.
You are. You're on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
You made it to
Fuck,
YouTube,
dude. This is
dude.
ridiculous. What's up, you guys? I'm Nicole. Yes. Oh my God.
That one's nice, right?
Yeah, I really like that.
Ben's dad hates the sound effect.
Oh, hey Ben's dad. I know I'll watch.
Ben's mom's been making him listen to it.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Forcing him?
He was like, so Ben, your boyfriend, we should say. I think at this point people pretty much
Yeah.
know that dynamic.
Yeah.
Came to visit, and when he came and saw the apartment, and at one point it was just me and him in the kitchen,
Good dude.
and I was like,
Best
all right.
moments.
I was like, all right, here we go, about to chop it up with Ben's dad, and he looked at me, he said, so Mary's been playing your podcast for me. I said, oh, nice, I'm sorry about that. He said, a lot of noises.
Yeah.
A lot of sounds.
There's a lot of sounds. We got to keep
Oh,
them
man.
stimulated, though. You know what I mean?
know, yeah. Well, that cracked me up a lot. Anyways, I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, dude. It was honestly fire.
Yeah.
Okay, what I was saying was I'm Nicole. Dude, 22 years young.
Dude, hell
Oh,
yeah.
no. I'm bad at the
that's
introductions.
It. Me too, dude. Introductions are hard. And I don't know, you also like to listen to the show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that fair to say?
I was listening to the Ben episode, finishing it up on my way home today.
Wow,
It was pretty
nice.
dope.
And so you know that I've kind of, I'm trying to pivot towards
Oh, the news, the mugs.
taking a
Yeah.
kind of a broader
Which
tack
I
on the
love.
show. And that was kind of last week when we recorded, the news was like about government shutdown, the Senate. And it felt kind of like we could
Yeah.
riff on that.
We're chewing on something big with that.
A lot of stuff happened since the
Yeah.
last record. Drake dropped an album.
Yes.
Did you listen?
No. That's yeah. After that came out, I had that question that I asked Ben where I was like, is it cringy to like Drake? Because I'm not in the know about it. Like, I don't know. But apparently it's not. So I apologize publicly to all Drake fans.
Well, it might be cringy to like Drake. I don't know. I've always have. So I think there's a level of, do you plan on listening to the album?
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it. I don't know what it is. I just can't get that image out of my head of that guy where it's like, he's kind of in the nude and it's not really his body and it's like kind of like his legs are really long and do you know what I'm talking about?
No idea what you're talking about. You're gonna have to pull this up.
That's not a good thing to kind of just say. That's really not a good thing to just, you know.
This is like a meme or this is related to Drake, or when you hear a Drake song it makes you think of.
Dude, don't go through my search history. It's Drake naked. Let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. It's this. Like, what's going on there? You know
We'll flash that up on screen.
I mean,
And so that's just kind of what Drake is in your mind. And so when you listen to his song, what like have you listened to like a Drake project before? Start to finish? Like, I'm sure you've heard a couple
not start
songs.
to finish. Yeah. I'm all the way up. Right? Okay.
Nothing can stop me.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay, I do. So actually in high school, God's Plan, I think, dropped maybe, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Big deal.
Okay. Me and my student cabinet, we were running for whatever election, and we made a video.
God's Plan. You made God's Plan.
But we kind of rapped over it, which was pretty disrespectful to Drake.
To the sixth God. Is that on the internet still?
I was trying to find it recently. It
Can't
wasn't.
find it.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'll find it tonight.
Dude, the God's Plan video changed the game. Now, what was your kind of take on it? Because in that video, if I recall, Drake gets fat stacks. He gets kind of hella racks of cash.
Which is relatable.
That's
honestly.
why I love Drake. Because I can relate to his lifestyle.
He's for the common person.
Well, it's just, I think at this point, you know, it's funny to, well, were you giving stuff out like Drake was? Drake was just going around handing out
I think
cash.
that was happening at one point. I
like
also
candy or something? What was it? Dollars?
Like, honestly, the couple memories I'm having of this video was like at one point we were playing Minecraft and like... and we were like, more Minecraft at school. Like, I don't know what the message was.
Got it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, you know, Drake, the appeal probably started, at one point it started as like, you know, he was like kind of singing, he was kind of like an R&B guy, a club music type guy, get you, you know, in your feels or moving in the club a little bit. And then it kind of became like, you know, hustle music. Like, look at me hustling to the top. And now he's, you know, the richest guy ever. Like, no, like.
Is that the truth?
No.
Yeah.
But he's, you know, no,
he
he's
could
not.
be.
But like he has his own private, like he's got his own 737 and like a mansion, and
dude,
he's well off, you know.
Yeah.
And that's, I think there's something, even though, you know, who really can relate to the music they listen to?
Yeah.
Right?
No, I mean some people. But I just remembered something actually, and I'm like, why was I acting like I have no idea who Drake is when I have actually a lot of ideas of who he is? Let's talk about where he came from.
Yeah.
Degrassi.
Oh, yeah. Were you a Degrassi fan?
Well, I feel like I was watching it like when my parents weren't around.
When you shouldn't have been.
Yeah, because that show was crazy.
Yeah,
it was like hot.
Well, it was kind of sexually charged, right?
Yeah, it was crazy.
My sister was into it, and it didn't. I was still in like my Drake and Drake. What was that on MTV?
No, dude. Wait, Degrassi was on. I honestly feel like it was
that
like
a
Teen
Nickelodeon
Nick vibes.
show? Damn, they were doing some kind of wild stuff for Teen Nick, right?
No, I know that
Teen,
shit was
Teen
crazy.
Nick.
Yeah.
I never watched. I never got into Degrassi. I've seen the scene where Drake gets shot though.
That is crazy. What were they doing? No, that was honestly a crazy way to go. Wish I could have been in that writer's room. You know what I mean? Like that could have been the dream.
How did they make that choice?
I don't know. And I wonder if partially Drake was like, dude, like I'm trying to be in a wheelchair for the rest of this. Like, I don't know. Like, was it his choice? Was it the writers? Like, what was it?
My feet are getting a little sore.
Yeah.
I think I might be getting a bunion.
Yeah, dude.
They put him in a wheelchair.
That'd be a question I asked Drake.
Well, before we get into the the real meat of the show, and sorry to kind of, if bringing up, you know, didn't grind the momentum to a halt, this might. There have been accusations levied.
No, what?
Towards me.
Oh.
Accusations levied towards me and what, Charlie?
She's mad.
I know. She doesn't, she knows, you know,
No, she knows.
hates to see me, you know.
No, she's in a hard position because like her papa is being like accused of something that like, you know.
It's unjust because here's the thing. I know.
Babe. I love you. Monkey. Hold on. That's not a monkey, bro. That's a donkey.
That's a moose,
bruh.
dude. That's a moose. Monkey.
I'm a monkey. Like, who knows? Dude.
Charlie, please. We're doing an episode. We're seriously doing an episode.
What's wrong? Oh, she went in for the bite. That was chill as hell.
Yeah, we just usually got to give her a few
She's
minutes
chilling.
up top.
Yeah, I'm not mad.
Sorry, I'm also trying to collect my
Papa's
thoughts.
not going to jail. It's okay. It's not that deep. Yeah, so you were accused.
I've accusations, and there's haven't been, white guy with a podcast. Usually accusations come pretty quick.
Yeah, and you've made it like
I've
a pretty long time.
I've been weathering the storm a few months now.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah,
And thankfully these accusations shouldn't impact the show because they're unrelated to the podcast. But that also makes me a little sad because they're sort of accusations on my character.
Yeah.
And I know I have this kind of persona as like this wild guy.
Dude, everyone says that about you.
Wild party guy.
Wild.
Kind of
scary, kind
unpredictable.
of. Yeah.
Like we don't know what he's going to do.
Breaking things, breaking the law.
And that's just an act. At my core, I'm just like kind of a chill, soft-spoken guy.
That's like crazy to hear.
I know, and I want to peel back. I want with you. I mean, I had to do this with you on the show because of your, sort of, unfortunate position in this, but also because I really wanted to break down the walls.
Yeah, and
so
like I think what the audience doesn't realize was like this accusation was actually like I was kind of the middleman of it. Like it was kind of thrown at me about you.
So I guess we'll start. I want to tell the full story.
Yeah.
And I want to do it justice.
Yeah.
We won't name the accusers.
No.
We won't name the accuser, obviously. But
and we have lawyered up.
And we've sought representation. So yeah. About a month and a half ago.
Yeah.
Right immediately within days of me arriving to Los Angeles. We were invited to a event by this person.
By a person
that I had never once exchanged words with in my life.
Me as well.
A complete stranger to both of us.
Yes.
A mutual friend of ours brought him to, it was a house party at his place.
You could call it that. It was when we got there. It actually seemed more like it was a gathering.
It was a gathering.
Could have been actors who we hired to be there. We're not sure.
We don't want to start rumors about like crisis actors or anything.
True.
But we can't. Maybe we'll try to get somebody to.
It was definitely a gathering of humans.
People were there, and we showed up, and we introduced ourselves. And I remember
cordially, if I might throw that.
Yeah, very polite.
In.
I felt like I was being very polite. I like to think of myself as a charming young man. And this person actually said that, as I said, it's nice to meet you. He said, I know you. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And he said, yeah, you've had my mentee on your podcast. And I naturally got incredibly excited.
Yeah, recognition.
One of the few times that a complete stranger has talked to me about my pod, I was thrilled. And I said, well, who is your mentee?
Right.
And he said, Jesse Krugel.
Damn.
And I said, wow.
And I love that guy.
I didn't know that. Yeah. Everybody says how much they love him publicly.
Yeah.
So nice job there. And I said, that's great. Jesse Krugel, friend of the show. One of the oldest friends of the show, episode 1, obviously.
Yeah. Hello.
Love Jesse Krugel. And I said, well, that's awesome. Glad you liked the show. Thank you. And that was really the last I saw.
You thanked him.
Thanks for inviting me to your house. I did say that.
And then we left politely.
Well, and here's the thing. I'm the guy with the beer podcast, right?
Yeah.
There was an open case of beer at the party. We weren't there long. We were probably there less than an hour.
Yep.
I probably took 3 or 4 beers. Definitely had a really recently opened one in my hand when I left the apartment.
Seemed like it was an open sort of thing.
Yeah, and I just want to say if that was too much, I'm sorry. But what we come to find out much later is that an Apple TV remote also went missing from the party.
Yeah.
That I did not take. Actually, in fact, if you go back, it's right here now, but it won't do much good to show this Apple remote right now.
Yeah.
But if you go back to episode 10 of this show,
the
Cash Bleasner experience.
Yes.
One of my personal favorites with my dear friend Cash, my oldest friend in the world. Great guy, and it was a chill cast.
Mm-hmm.
We went about 3 hours just kicking it.
Fuck
and
yeah.
we threw on some sports. And in that episode of the podcast, you can see me use
An Apple TV
my
remote.
own Apple
He
TV
has his
remote.
own.
Come on, Feely. Did you just bet for him to win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never. This is the same remote. I guess I don't have a way that I can prove that this is the same remote from that episode, but it is. It is.
But I believe you.
And I would
Yeah.
hope that most people would believe me.
I know.
And that if it weren't, I would hope that I give off the energy of someone that wouldn't be characterized as an Apple TV remote thief.
Yeah.
Anyways, we leave the party. We think nothing of it.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward.
Fast forward to my Saturday.
Yeah.
Most recently, I was
Yeah.
at another party.
Yeah.
And this individual is there. And I'm like, oh my God, what a nice surprise.
Yeah.
What a friendly face.
I ran
You.
running into someone in a
Yeah.
new city is
Yeah,
fine.
big
Yeah.
city. So I'm like, oh my God, like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, this is awesome. And I kind of went over to say like, hey, like, what's up? Like,
Mm-hmm.
remember me? And took him a second. Yes, it did take him a second to, register
clock
all
you.
this.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
is, you know what? That's fine.
You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
You meet a lot of people out here.
I don't have a
Whatever.
unique face. What? That's fine by me, dude. So I'm like, I give him grace. I'm like,
Sure,
may I give
yeah.
you this grace? He says
Bene-
yes. that happened.
Can I offer you the benefit of the doubt?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he said, yeah.
And I don't always offer that, but I
That's
did.
nice of you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be.
Yeah.
And he kind of is like remembering. He's remembering. I'm seeing in his
Yeah.
face. He's putting all the pieces together, and he's like, you. And I'm like, me.
Me.
And he's like, your friend stole my Apple TV remote. Wow. And I go, I'm like, this is a crazy thing to say.
That's
What?
insane. That's
I'm like,
wild.
what?
Yeah.
We're at a party. Like, this is so funny. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? Like, joking?
Yeah, like, are you fucking around? Like,
This
we've
is the
just seen
bit.
each other
This is the
again.
bit. I'm
Yeah.
waiting for whatever.
Yeah.
No.
No
He's like,
punchline.
yeah. And I'm like,
Well, there is a punchline. And
well, yeah. So I'm like, oh, who? You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he kind of just says, that guy with the podcast. Yeah, which is what I did, which is exactly what I did. The rest of the party's booing, everyone's booing.
Guys, stop. Seriously,
Stop.
stop. And you inform the group that went
Mm-hmm.
immediately. Guys, just ran into said individual. He said he's leveling accusations
Yeah.
specifically at the guy with the podcast.
We've been served.
And when you said that, I took it as a joke.
Yeah,
I
most people did.
thought maybe he did assume, because it was a big group of us that went in there.
We're
Maybe
rowdy,
he
we're
assumed
crazy.
Yeah, that the rowdy group that showed in late and left early snagged a remote. But for him to single me out,
That was the craziest part about it.
Particularly-
Yeah,
that just didn't sit right with me.
I know.
And it makes me at the end of the day, I was, I don't think I was ever really angry. I was mostly upset.
Yeah.
Because, you try to cultivate an image,
Mm-hmm.
whether it be wild party guy, whether it be sort of nice, sweetheart, gentle soul. It's certainly, I don't want it to be Apple TV remote thief.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the one thing that I will say, like the positive that I'm taking from this experience is like, you know what? It's like, what are we going to be remembered for? Like, what impact do we leave on people? And it's like, I know if he had thought it was me, it would have been like, he might have said like, hey, like, I think that really like tiny petite girl
Forgettable
with
face.
the beautiful face. Yeah. Well, if I'm saying that if this was an ideal world, it'd be like,
right,
yeah,
right,
ideal.
right.
I mean, normal world, like the girl with the forgettable face. Yeah. I mean, no, that's fine. But if we were, if I was on
If
your
we're
level,
living in,
he could have said anything about you, but you were the
he
guy
could have
with the
said like the
podcast.
guy with the bad facial hair and the bad weird
Yeah,
hat,
weird hat.
wide body.
Yes.
But he said the guy with the podcast.
podcast.
Which, if I'm going to be the guy with the podcast, I guess that's the life I chose.
Dude, you chose it and you're living it and you're living your truth.
Oh, man, dude.
Let's go. I love those guys. I love that freaking audience.
Dude, they show up every goddamn week with
I
the
know.
same energy, and you just can't, there's nothing
Yeah.
better than that.
Yeah.
Anyways, thank you
Yeah,
for
of
going through
course.
that with
I
me.
feel like that was like tea of the week. That was awesome.
Had to get that off my chest. Had to
Dude, get it off.
let the viewers know what was going on here.
Yeah. Yes.
And I think with that, we should probably dive into the THDRH
Yes, I love
traditional
it.
experience.
Wait, I gotta apologize. I've been thinking about this for a while as I'm drinking my mom fuel. The ice is like at this kind of crazy stage where like
It
it's
tastes
blocking the
like,
drink from getting in my mouth.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, I don't want to chew ice, but now I have ice in my mouth, and I'm like,
Nah, chew
I'll
that
just do it
shit.
once.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's nice, dude. Get a couple in there.
Yeah, we were talking about ASMR before
Yeah,
this.
I like ice. Do you chew ice?
No,
You
but
chomp?
let me shout out my roommate, my roommate from college, Raina.
Yeah.
Bestie for life, Raina Addis. Yep.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, friend of the show. Yeah. She's a serial ice chewer. Like,
Nice.
mofo loves to chew ice.
Yeah.
And I have some sensory issues with that.
Really?
So kind of a part of our relationship is her being like, can I chew? Like, I'm going to chew some ice. And I'm
Hey,
like, you have 3
Nicole.
chews. You know what I mean?
And it's a total, like, the sound of it gets you to tighten
it makes
up
me
in the
crazy.
spinal. Yeah.
I have like serious issues with sounds.
Interesting, because I've always been an ice chewer, and I'm trying to think if there were sounds. Nails on a chalkboard is the cliche
Yeah.
one that never got me as much as. Well, you're from a cold. Like when a thin layer of ice would form on the sidewalk.
Yeah, and stepping
and
on
you'd
it.
step on it, and it wouldn't crack, but it would like creak.
I think I like that.
You like that sound?
I think I like that
Wow,
sound. Yeah.
interesting. But crunch.
It's like kind of the mouth sounds, like people chewing
mouth.
and people sniffling, and then that repeating.
Yeah.
Like if I was in an
Okay.
exam and someone was sniffling next to me, it's
Ooh,
like
that is the
you're
worst.
gonna get my fist.
Yes, like when you can hear what's in their nose.
Ugh, yeah, that makes me cray cray. That makes me crazy.
I've always been an ice chewer.
I can chew some ice.
I got a bad I clenched my teeth really hard in my sleep.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I had to go to physical therapy for that.
Wow, jaw was that
Yeah,
messed.
I have TMJ.
Damn, no, that
I know.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, I think it's gone. Shout out Martha. She like got inside my mouth. She literally was like
got it there,
full
dude.
hand inside my mouth, like arm going, and I was like, God damn, what the fuck?
Buy girl dinner first.
Yeah,
God damn.
no, I know. It was dope as hell.
And you're better now. Do you wear a mouth guard when you?
I have a mouth guard, but honestly, I think I left it at home by accident. So it's happening again.
I had one and that one chewed it up.
You chewed up the mouth guard? That's so gross.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
bad.
she would, dude. She honestly would.
Classic Charlie move.
Classic, dude.
All right. Well, where are you from?
I'm from, oh my God. I'm from Massachusetts. I'm from a town called Hopkinton.
Hopkinton.
Yes, Hopkinton.
Do you consider yourself a masshole?
That's a really good question. Like, no. And I have a couple reasons why. Well, the only thing that's masshole about me, I'd say, is like I love Dunkin' Donuts,
Okay.
Dunks, like get it done,
Dunks.
whatever. Like,
Is that the best? That's the best chain.
I mean, like it's
Over
definitely not
Starbs?
the best. I mean, it's not the best. It's not good. It's like
It's
some people
fair.
have like the trend where it's like, is it going to be swamp water or crack? And it's like you never know with like what
Yeah.
you're getting.
So
Most
it's
of the
like
time.
kind of how I feel with Taco Bell.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
imagine, yeah.
Yeah.
So that is like I got Massachusetts pride, love the sports, whatever.
Yeah. Go Sox.
Yeah.
Go Celts.
But
go
then like
Pats.
I don't have God, sorry about that. I don't have like the little accent or like
Yeah,
the
you don't. Yeah,
yeah.
you don't. That kind of bummed me out, dude. I was kind of
Dude,
hoping you'd have a little.
bum me out for real.
Are your parents from Massachusetts?
My mom, no, my mom's from New Jersey.
Okay.
And my dad's from Connecticut. But I do specifically remember, like, as a kid growing up, like, I think it's a thing in Massachusetts for people to say instead of room, like, I'm going to my bedroom, like, rum.
Yeah, bedroom.
Yeah, bedroom.
Yeah.
And, like, I was definitely saying that. My mom would be like, it's room.
Wow. So
And
they were
yeah.
actively trying to fight the
Yeah.
Massachusetts accent.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you don't really have any, like, you kind of have it's American, but you can't really place it to any region of an
Yeah.
accent, you know? And I
Yeah.
always kind of felt like I had that too. But
Yeah.
there are some
You do.
words that I slip out that you can
Do you
hear
have,
real
like, the
Midwest.
The Michigan A.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And,
I say museum. Apparently, it's instead of
museum.
museum.
I say bag.
Yeah.
Like
God damn. That one.
it is awful when I catch
Big.
myself when I hear my mom or sister
Yeah.
say, I'm like, whoa, dude, holy
It's
shit.
crazy. It's pretty wild.
It's funny.
I like that though.
The kids at school all talk like fucking Goodwill Hunting.
No, dude, that is such.
Damn it.
That's how you. Well, no, yeah, none of them.
Yeah.
I feel like my uncle talks like
Yeah.
that. He's a real Boston guy.
Oh, yeah. So okay. Well, this is actually going back further than I've really gone with any other
To when I
guest.
was baby.
Well, how did your parents get to Massachusetts?
Oh man, I love my parents. They're so
Yeah.
cute. I think honestly, just like both work. They met in
nice.
Boston.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool
Yeah,
city.
but my mom's got her New Jersey pride. That's why
Okay.
she loves Ben, of course. I've got like my Nana in New Jersey, and like my whole family always meets there in the summer. Love New Jersey.
Cool. And where'd you say your dad was from?
Connecticut,
Connecticut.
West
Okay.
Hartford.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
dude.
where did he go to UConn?
No, he went to
Damn. Because isn't that where Ben's
yeah,
dad went?
yeah, yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that would've been crazy.
I know. They, yeah, our parents are, yeah, whatever.
All right,
We're
we'll
both, like,
cut that out.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. He went to Ithaca.
Okay.
I don't know what their mascot is,
Yeah.
but like, go Ithaca.
Yo,
So lit.
Have you been to Ithaca? I've been to Ithaca.
I think I went once when I was like a lot younger, and I remember my dad showing me like his dorm, and it was so dope. He has crazy college stories, like really, really funny ones, and it was kind of cool to see what it was.
Did he regale you with stories as a child?
Yeah, my dad is like such a storyteller.
Nice.
Like I think he's like, my parents joke like my mom. Well, they're both vegan now, but like when my mom was like full vegan and he was like whatever. She was like, the storyteller's gonna outlive the vegan. And I was like, probably.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. What was school like? How far? Give me because Massachusetts isn't really like a big state, right?
No,
how far out is Hopkinton from?
Dude, this is my favorite question.
Aston?
Because okay, everyone who I ever meet is always like, oh, where are you from?
Yeah.
That was dope. Everyone's like, where are you from? I'm like,
Yeah.
Massachusetts. And they're like, well, I
Oh,
made the mistake
yeah.
in college of being like, I'm from Boston.
Yeah.
And like everyone
met
was
someone
always
from
like,
Boston.
dope, like yes. But then one girl, like, dude, people like, I guess they love Boston. Not really. Some people hate it.
Well, yeah.
Whatever.
Polarizing like anything that's good.
That is such a good way to put it, dude.
Right?
Wow. But everyone's like, oh, Boston, that's awesome. And at one time in one class, some girl was like, where are you from? And I was like, Boston. And she was like, what street? And I was like, oh shit, I got got.
Wait, who was that person? Can you tell me?
No, I don't
I'll cut
know. It was someone in my English class. Like, I don't know. It was like a creative writing class moment.
So
Okay,
yeah, back
Hopkinton.
to it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so now I say Hopkinton, and everyone's like, or they're like, where in Mass? And like, no one ever really knows, and whatever. I'm like, why are you asking?
Unless you're from there, yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I'm from Hopkinton, and that's like the start of the Boston Marathon. It's the
Okay.
only thing about our town. We have
cool.
like pizza place, library, and then marathon.
This is the starting line.
Yeah. So 26.2
2 miles. Cool,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah.
And so were you in the city a lot?
No, honestly, I mean,
Because I've been to
Not
Boston
really.
actually like kind of like 5 times, I think.
Yeah.
Which I feel like is kind of
Boston is
like
dope.
for someone that has no family or friends there. I feel like I've kind of been there as a
Yeah.
tourist, like kind of a lot.
Yeah.
And always thought it was a fun city, mainly because I'm a sports head.
Oh, yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
when I wasn't, because like I like the energy of the city,
Mm-hmm.
but you can only go through Nathaniel Hale's fucking
What did you say? Faneuil Hall.
or no, well, Faneuil Hall is, also good like once, but also
Yeah.
just so many statues, so
Oh,
many,
yeah.
it's like,
Dude, there's like a Winthrop graveyard there.
Whoa.
Yeah, like Winthrop is like a name that's like he's
has
like
clout, it's
important.
old family.
Yeah, but it's like not even my family.
You don't think you could
Yeah.
even like weasel your way in?
We talked maybe. Me and my sister
Maybe,
talked
dude.
about that. We're like, we can get buried here.
We could probably figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, so
I was like a lot of like Freedom Trail stuff, a lot of like cool. Like I remember the first time I went when I was like 12. I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got to go to Fenway Park. I was like,
Fenway
this
Park
is
is
the
the-
coolest
is so
place
cool.
I've ever been in my life. And
Yeah.
I got to go to the TD Garden, see the Celtics. Like,
Oh,
this is fucking awesome.
dope.
So electric.
Yeah.
Boston
Okay,
sports
honestly,
fans.
I'm realizing I have a lot of good. Massachusetts
Yeah.
is so dope. Like
Yeah.
you have Salem and like Plymouth Rock, like Salem freaking witch trials.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we're scared.
And I kind of wish I wish in some of my other ventures to Boston, I would have been like, well, I've, done the,
Honestly,
let's go see where these fucking witches got. Don't.
It's like not that deep. It's like you really don't have to do that.
Yeah, but it's like going to Michigan and only like hanging out in Detroit every time you go.
That's
Which is
fair.
like you could
That's
find
fair.
stuff to do and have fun, but like
Yeah.
you should get out, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
You
But
can go
also
to
same
Salem.
thing. There are some places that if you didn't really plan your
It's-
trip accordingly, you could
Yeah.
be like, this is not a fun
Yeah.
place to be at all.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Anyways.
how I feel. But yeah, I didn't really go to Boston that much growing up. Definitely for like some Red Sox games and shit.
Okay.
Dope as hell. But like mostly like my most memories are like like someone's birthday in like middle school or high school, and we'd always go to Newberry Street. Is that what you were talking about earlier? Maybe not. I don't know what whatever, doesn't matter.
No, I said Nathaniel Hale.
Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways, Newberry
he was
Street.
from
It's just like a
Boston.
bunch of like
Anyways. I
stores.
think I've been to Newberry Street.
It's
yeah.
just like stores.
Yeah,
And, like, we go
shops.
shopping.
Yeah, that shit's fun.
Yeah.
But then it's like if you don't have any money, or like
I
if
know.
you've already like bought 3 Red Sox sweatshirts,
Which you probably did.
which I
You
did.
definitely did.
Anyways, Boston's
Sox.
cool, dude. What was school like? Where'd you go to school?
Oh my god, I've been dreading saying this because
Uh-oh.
on your podcast with Ben last week, you guys were talking about public school
Yeah.
and how it's awesome, informative, and I was like, I went to private. school.
Private school.
Mhm.
You're, I think, one of only maybe 2 or 3 private school people we've had on, but we are big
I'm
proponents
fine.
of
It's
public
fine. It's fine. Like, yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
Well, no, and it is unfair to be like people that go to public school are well adjusted
No,
and
but
good,
I
and
think
people that
it's-
go to private school are maladjusted and weird.
I
don't
think there's a lot
that's-
of cases where that could be the truth.
Yeah, but you know, it's a generalization.
Yeah. No, my schools did good things for me. I went to the same school from, well, actually technically I did go to public school in kindergarten. So
Nice.
I'm like,
Public kindergarten,
dude, and
cool.
I feel that here.
chopping it up with the common folk.
Always my favorite
And then,
thing to do.
but not a boarding school, just a
No.
private school,
Well, okay, so I went to a private school, 1st grade through 8th grade.
an academy. What was it called?
No, it was called Bancroft School.
Bancroft.
But then I transitioned to the academy, Lawrence Academy, LA,
LA Academy.
where I mean, this is Dodgers, but
Lawrence Academy
yeah.
of Massachusetts.
Groton, Massachusetts. They actually
Groton.
filmed like a part of Little Woman, like right above our,
that's
our
kinda fun.
campus. Yeah, like the scene where Joe is proposing to Lori. Lori's proposing to Joe, Timothy Chalamet and Saoirse. And she says no, and it's like really emotional, and like Timothy Chalamet like looks like kind of like a weak little guy, and it's like adorable, and you just want to like marry him, and he's so vulnerable.
Yeah, for sure. That scene.
Yeah, and you're like, if I was Joe, like I'd quit writing and marry him probably. You know what I mean? Like everyone's thinking that. It's not, you know. Anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Someone will understand that reference. I didn't.
Ben will.
Well, yeah, he will.
That's okay.
Paint me a picture. How big is this school?
Okay, my school, there's probably like
Ma-
100 kids in my graduating class.
Okay, and then the 1 through 8 place.
Oh, that was
is-
tiny,
okay.
very tiny.
And is that connected to Lawrence? Like, is that like
No.
a feeder for Lawrence Academy,
No.
or like if you do well there, you can kind of just.
Honestly, like, dude, I feel like I had a dramatic leave from that middle school. Like, I don't know what I was
What
up
do you
to.
mean?
Well, okay, I feel like I had a great 7th grade. Like, oh my god, time of my life. Like, why did I have a boyfriend? Like, why was I gorgeous? Like, why was I like
You were
living my best
killing it,
life?
you're sure, yeah.
No, yeah, I literally was like, okay, why do people complain about life?
Yeah,
You know what I
everything
mean?
is
Like,
fucking awesome and is going
Yeah.
to be awesome forever.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
So that was cool.
Wow.
But
Age 12 was fucking going great.
yeah, I mean it peaked.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything peaked.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, but so then 8th grade, I feel like I had these two besties, and like they still exist. Like they're still out
They're
there.
out there somewhere.
Yeah, one of them went to Michigan. Anyways,
Whoa, and you
she's
lost
cool.
touch. Oh,
We would I mean,
wow. Well,
uh,
explain what
well, no, we just like
you just drifted apart.
yeah, we just drifted. She's
but,
cool though.
But there was
Okay, so the dramatic
yeah.
end, yes. So my two girls, like I feel like it was one of those like Macy and I've talked about this before with like the 3 friends. Like sometimes like they can get a little weird and like 2
Yeah.
get closer, whatever. So I feel like so they were both like blonde, and like I do think that was the main reason why this happened, and they kind of just gravitated towards each other, and they were like, ew, like what is like brunette?
Ew, ew, ew.
Ew, oh my god, ew, ew, like which I get, like no, I get that, like I can have empathy for that.
I can understand.
Yeah.
Where they're coming from.
Mhm. So it was kind of like the ew thing, whatever, and I was like, oh my god, like this is so lame, like whatever. I just kind of, and my brother had just like gone to this high school, and like he was
To
like
Lawrence Academy.
yeah, and he was like playing baseball, and like it was good, and he liked it. And I think my mom was like, you don't have to go to Bancroft, like you can like
Yeah.
try and apply to a different school. So I did, and like honestly, like Lawrence Academy is not like one of those like Phillips, Andover, Exeter, like whatever boarding schools that are like really hard. Like I think I bombed whatever that test was,
The
SSAT.
placement test or
I think my
whatever.
mom was like, Nicole, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I had like academic problems. Like I did
Bad
not apply
test taker?
myself. Yeah,
Just didn't care.
not motivated.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You know, it's dope.
Wait,
as
so
hell.
are you the youngest kid?
Yeah,
Youngest kid trait.
Yeah.
How many siblings?
2 older siblings. My sister's a
Nice,
genius.
dude. Me
I'm like,
too.
cheers with the mic.
I know. My oldest sister's a freaking doctor.
Oh, okay, yeah. My sister
Yeah.
is like a freaking like VP manager of sales. I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah.
She's
and
a
then
goat.
your brother was an athlete.
My brother's an athlete. Yeah, yeah, and he's like
tough, dude.
hilarious.
Being a black sheep.
Mhm.
I make videos on the internet.
No, literally. No, that's exactly it.
So Thanksgiving, dude. I'm kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, like, obviously love my family to death and love Thanksgiving, but like lately, like honestly, my family's so supportive that I feel stupider because my sister will be like, I'm getting my ass kicked at the hospital. Like
Stop.
cases are way up.
Oh my god.
My cousin's in law school. He's been grinding. My other cousin's an occupational therapist. One's working in advertising. I'm like, Yeah, the podcast has been going really well lately.
Stop. Well, it is.
Very
It is.
exciting guest on the show.
Dude. No, but honestly, like I feel like I've had little moments like that, but I do think we are the most like the people are most interested in what we're doing. Like
That is true because they've never heard
root for
that
us.
before. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
they're
are
like,
you
Jesus
dude?
fucking
Tell me
Christ.
what you got going
You're
on.
insane. Yeah. Yeah.
That's interesting. So yeah. I mean, I had the same thing, and I think I would have been, well, I was able kind of to be pretty. Like I never had or did homework or studied throughout all of high school.
Oh, I mean,
Because-
I did. But
Well, I think part of that is like the common core curriculum at public school did not need, like it just didn't challenge me.
Yeah.
And
Dude.
luckily I had enough resources that like I didn't need that to challenge me, and I was still able to be successful. But I don't, that's my argument for why private school isn't like,
Yeah.
I think there's scary parts to it,
Yeah.
and I love public schools so much, and I
wish I went.
but I do think private school is important, especially in like certain areas where
Yeah.
the public schools are
No, I
basically
loved
condemned.
mine. I really did love my schools. Like honestly, no hate against them. Like they were great.
Yeah.
But okay, wait. The end of my story was that after my friends were like, bye bye, whatever. I was like, I got into Lawrence Academy, and I was like, I'll show them, and like I didn't even tell them, and like everyone had their like school in their bio. It was like Bancroft, like 19.
Yeah, right.
It was like the year 2012. No, it was like 2015. Whatever.
Yeah, Bancroft
And-
Middle.
Yeah.
Or what was it? Would have been Bancroft Middle.
Well, no, they had the high school, like Bancroft High.
Because
like,
they were
whatever.
going. Because they were
Yes,
going.
So like
Right,
19.
Right.
And like one day, I just like changed my bio to like LA 19.
Wow.
And like didn't say shit to them. And then I remember like, or maybe I'm like making this up and it was a dream, but I feel like one of them was like, what is LA? And I was like, Lawrence Academy. And then that was it. And like no one even cared. No one gave a fuck.
Wow.
They're like, word.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah. I was like so angry.
You're not gonna fight for me.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay.
Fucking
fine.
assholes. Well, I think you made the right decision then.
Yeah. No, I went to my new high school, was amazing. Like made so many friends, great
Cool.
opportunities.
And so when does the switch happen where you're like, maybe I do care about school?
Okay, so also I lied. I did board for a year, and that it was like half boarding, half day. And okay, and
Cool.
that was like when part of the switch happened. So okay, in middle school, I was like making motherfuckers do my homework. Like math class would come up, and like I would copy people's homework in the bathroom. I was like, I'm not doing this shit.
Yeah.
And I think I just was like, I'm a B student. Like, let me get those B's. And like my
B's,
mom
get
was
me
like,
outta here, yeah.
my mom was like, okay, that's fine.
Mom was like, I'd like to see you try a little bit.
Yeah. And then in sophomore year of high school, like, I don't know what clicked. I just started like doing my homework and getting good grades. And I was like, this kind of feels good to get these grades. And I just started applying myself more. And then I think I was also like looking up at my sister who was like, she was at
Killing it.
Yeah, she graduated from Michigan and was like a
cool.
go. And I was like, dude, I want to go to a good school.
Cool. All right, one sec. Let me address this.
Yeah,
really
address.
quick.
I'll take some more sips of my Moscow. I accidentally named the individual, but with the bleep.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of did some like Bloody Mary type thing, like saying his name 3 times. I was like, it was lit.
If you say his name 3 times, he'll listen to the show.
No, I'm scared. I'm scared that might happen.
I'm not. I didn't steal his fucking Apple TV remote.
Yeah. No. Sorry, my bad. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I shouldn't. I'm sorry. I snapped.
No,
right there. I'm
don't ever apologize. Don't ever apologize, babe.
sorry. Lawrence. Wait. So you boarded at
yeah.
Lawrence?
I boarded my sophomore year because I did live kind of far. I lived like 45, 50 minutes away.
Okay. And this is still in Massachusetts, though. Lawrence, Massachusetts.
No, but that is a place.
That's a place, right? Okay,
yeah.
good.
Yep, that's a place.
Thank you.
No. Just like gaslight you.
Oh.
Oh, it's really sad. No, that is a place, but it was in Groton, Massachusetts.
Got it. Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. Lots of pretty leaves. It's near New Hampshire.
Okay.
People used to drive to Nashua, New Hampshire to get Jewel pods because you only had to be
Nice,
18.
dude.
Yeah.
Nice.
It was electric.
That's sick. That's so dope.
That was Thomas Madigan. I hope he
Whoa, I hope he listens, dude.
Yeah, I mean he was like 18.
that
I think.
fucker definitely still vaping, probably.
Maybe.
Right? He's got to still be vaping.
He might be.
Yeah, maybe he quit. That's interesting. Well, okay, no, sorry. I almost totally sidetracked us, and I need to stay focused.
Yes,
that's the
please.
problem. Like, I'm
No.
having a lot of fun, but like
Go on your
late pod,
tangents.
dude, hard to focus.
Dude, go off, babe.
in the span of time between recording the last Ann Arbor podcast and recording the first LA podcast, I quit vaping and relapsed.
Yes, you did. I'm like,
I was like, man, it'll be fun episode 1 to talk about how I haven't vaped for a month and a half, and then like the day before I recorded it, I bought a vape. I was like,
LA will do it to you.
I'm
What
such
can I
an
say?
asshole.
No, dude, you're making progress, and that's what matters.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
Thank
of
you.
course.
Well, so what was boarding school like? Like I only know it from Zoe 101
yeah.
and Looking for Alaska. Did you
Oh
ever
my
read that?
God, yeah, I
That
read
was one
that.
of my faves.
That was dope as hell. John Green went off. He really did.
John Green was cooking.
Yeah, he knew
Yeah.
he knew how to cook. He actually has a great book called Anthropocene in Review, and it's like little essays he's written. I highly
Cool.
recommend it. It's like for like adults.
I like
it's not
John
for like
Green.
teenage
It's not for
babies.
teens.
Yeah, it's not for the
for
teens.
babies.
Yeah.
I like John Green. So what was it like?
It was not like Zoe
Nothing like
101.
that.
No. Like I honestly thought it was gonna be. I was like ready for that. But no, it was kind of goofy. Like all the like dorms were like old houses because Groton is like very historic. Like lots of history there. And like I remember one of the houses had like a ghost in it. Like that was just a fact. Like Mary Waters, and like she hung herself in the closet, and like motherfuckers would have shit happening to them. Like for real.
Wow, it was for real haunted.
Yeah, it was scary as shit.
Wow.
But I lived in like some place called like Dr. Green, and there was like 6 other dorms in there, and it was just like me and my friend Mia. And like no boys were allowed in. Like you couldn't like just like I don't even know. It was not Zoe 101.
Yeah, that's probably a good rule. Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yes.
Probably a good rule.
I mean, people would abuse it there. It'd be
Yeah,
scary.
sure. So what was it like? Was there, was it exciting to be living by yourself as a 14-year-old?
Like,
Was it kind of just like, this
I
is
was
just
just
what I'm
like-
doing?
I mean, it felt exciting. There was so much structure. Like
Yeah.
you had to go to study hall at a certain time, and like you couldn't really like. It's not like you were leaving at past 10 p.m. And then I would just go home on the weekends. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sick of this place. But yeah, because I stopped boarding after that. Like once I had my driver's license, I was like, all right, I'm done with this.
So you
Yeah.
would drive. So then you would drive
Like
an
45. Yeah.
hour there and back every day.
Just like 45. But I had a carpool with like 2 friends.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was fine.
And you were hanging out with people you were hanging out with people from that school
Yeah.
back home,
Mm.
or
We all lived so far from each other, but like I had like I made a lot of friends, and we'd drive far to see each other. I still do. Like 3 of my besties, Harrison, Matt, and Liv, we just went to Europe together.
Word.
Like they lived so far from me, like 45 minutes an hour. We still see each other all the time. Like
Yeah.
they're awesome.
I feel like I've met that Harrison guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly, all 3 of them came for a weekend.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're
I
dope.
probably met them all.
Yeah, and the other cool thing that I just remembered was, I was like, who is that? Who? I thought someone walked into the kitchen.
Just
My
talking
bad.
to the camera, talking
Yeah.
to my camera.
Hi, Cam. The other cool thing was I met like a lot of like there was like international students. Like
Nice, cool.
yeah, so I made a lot of friends.
Whoa.
Like there was this one girl on my volleyball team named Dasha, and she was from Russia, and she was a beast.
Dasha.
Yeah, she was so cool. Like coolest person ever. Shout out Eric Liu. That guy's
Eric.
from China. He's so cool. Justin
yeah.
Chen. Love that guy.
And so your sister went to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
At what point? How much older are they than you?
My sister's 8.5 years older than me, and then my brother's 5 years. So I'm like a really big baby.
Cool, got it.
Yeah.
Nice. At what and where did your brother go?
My brother went to St. Michael's. It's like near UVM.
He played something.
Mm-hmm. He played baseball. Yeah.
So at what point are you always kind of just like, I kind of want to go to Michigan? Sis went there. What is Michigan?
Yeah. Okay. So actually, my sister, when she was moving into college, like so unfortunate, and like I definitely didn't understand the gravity of this situation, and I was like such an idiot. But I came home from camp with lice, like big time, like so much to the point of absurdity. It's like, what's going on? I think I had lice like 3 times. It was just like
I got lice a couple times, dude.
You
My
for real?
sister was so mad.
right. Like it's so
mad.
annoying. You just shave your head.
Mom had to comb
Yeah.
us and shave us.
Yeah.
Sister was like, we're getting a goddamn hotel room. This is fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Dude, I got
Taylor,
lice. I got lice during a hurricane once. My mom was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, bro, it was bad.
Holy shit, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Was it Sandy?
Yeah.
You got lice.
Wait, was Sandy in Massachusetts?
I think it hit the East Coast.
I don't know. Why am I thinking her name was Irene?
Oh, that was definitely one as well.
Yeah, but I feel like so stupid. I don't know.
That's so
probably-
funny. Lice in a hurricane.
Yeah. So that, and then when my sister was moving to college, and my mom was like, "Well, we have to bring her because I need to do her treatments at night." And my sister was like moving into her college dorm
Yeah.
with her licey sister.
Yeah, right.
So she's like, "What the fuck?" But I remember
Oh,
seeing her
man.
dorm room and being like, "Oh my god, I want to move in here so badly."
What dorm did she live in? Do you remember?
She lived in Alice Lloyd, or maybe no, actually she lived in Cousins, but she was in the Lloyd Scholars Program. But Lloyd was like being under construction.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
from that point on, I like
You're like,
visited
I
her a
like
couple
Ann
times.
Arbor. I want to.
Yeah, I was just like, this is such a cool school. But then when I was like doing the college process, I was like, okay, I won't just go there because my sister went.
Right.
So-
Well, I guess I want to back up a little bit first.
Okay.
and 8.5. So I was like 6 years younger than my sister. Were you like? Did you get tight? Like, were you tight when? Because it wouldn't have been. I guess it's kind of a
We were
tough
tight.
age. Yeah.
No, I know.
Always?
It's like, yeah, we were always tight. I feel like she was like nurturing to me. Like we never would fight because like there was too much of an age gap. So like,
yeah.
like
It felt like kind of almost bad.
yeah.
For her to be. Yeah.
She just like thought I was adorable, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
that's
she would do
cute.
my makeup and like dress me
Aw.
up, and then like my brother would like put a backwards hat on me and like a bunch of medals and like
Hell yeah.
basketball shorts and like
Damn.
yeah.
Wow. You sounds like
I
some
was,
good
like,
older
everyone's
sibs,
doll.
dude. That's nice.
Yeah. I mean my brother like he was crazy. He was the only one who could like make me so angry that I'd cry and then say like one word and then I'd be like laughing. Like but he just like knows how to
Yeah.
he would make me crazy.
Yeah.
And at one point he had me sign a contract that like I probably like was illiterate at the time, and it was like I now own your room and you must pay me rent. I could never get out of it. It was like an indefinite
It was
contract.
ironclad. I couldn't get out of it.
Dude, I tried every
I
lawyer.
had my fucking lawyers look at it, and I
Yeah.
was fucked.
No, they've never seen anything like it.
You showed it to your parents. They're like, "Well,
Yeah.
I guess you
Dude.
fucked up, Nicole. Read the fine
Dude.
print."
Dude, they literally study it at law schools.
Winthrop v. Winthrop.
Yeah,
That's-
it was foul.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like there was like a lot of jokes. You had the funny dad. You had
Yeah.
funny siblings. Were you a funny kid in school?
Yeah, I think I was. I don't.
Class clown type?
Yeah, my parents always got the note like, shh, like she needs to,
She
like
talks-
stop talking.
She's a good student, but she distracts the rest of the class.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I also would get like a positive note that'd be like her energy like leads the class. Like
Yeah.
if she's in a good mood, then
Right.
everyone else is.
Right.
Because I'm like loud. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I was
No,
definitely
that's
making people
a real
laugh.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like if you can be like laughing, like if you can be saying funny, silly things that get people laughing, but also like coming in, answering questions, moving
Mhm.
discussion forward, I think teachers really like that.
Yeah, I know. I think most of them liked me.
Yeah.
Like no one really had a problem with me.
Cool.
But yeah, I was being funny. I don't know when like the
Yeah, when do you start? So last week, you told me to ask Benjamin about his
Yeah.
his memeage in
dang
in
flabbit.
middle school.
Yeah. I love that one.
What the fridge? My fridge and toe.
Son of Bishop. Not son of a bishop. Son of bishop. Right.
Very funny stuff.
Yeah.
Did not disappoint. And then
I'll just pull it up.
Yeah, why don't you
cut
get
the
looking at
BS.
that
I'll
while
just
I
get
keep
it.
kind of going through this? Because I asked him, all right, what's your op? We can throw since Nicole gave me, an inside question, you can throw anything back her way. And he said, honestly, I think the only thing that's like that level of cringe would be this. She was doing the same thing as me at the same time.
Yeah, no, I definitely was doing the exact same thing, and but the thing that was different about me, or like at least the ones I
The
have,
thing that's different about me.
yeah, was I actually was doing them with my best friend, so we were collaborating.
You weren't an absolute loner loser.
Yeah, I wasn't like alone in my room, kind of like coming up
What was
with
that on
those.
timer cam? Was it a video that he took screenshots of?
Dude,
How was he doing that?
I don't know, but that needs to be studied in film school for real, because it is actually quite impressive.
So let's see this and
Okay.
send this to me right now. By the way.
Okay, I'm gonna send it to you. There's one word that's being blocked out. Oh wait, it's already gone. No, it's just because I looked up the keyword that I looked up in my Google Photos was 911, which should prepare you. And it doesn't really make sense, and I'm aware of that. But I don't think that kind of detracts from it as an art.
No, I don't think it will at all.
Who did I just send that to? Because your name is not popping up in my phone. Whatever, I'm just gonna show you. Okay, here.
That's fine.
So the yellow blob is where it says 911. You can
Yellow
read it out
blob
loud.
says no. Okay, so yeah, well, I'm gonna read it out loud for the audio listeners.
Yeah, please.
So 4 square panel. Top left is 12-year-old Nicole on the phone. Yes, hi, I'll have a cheeseburger without the cheese. Top right would be your friend, also on the phone.
Meredith Gibson.
I hope she listens.
Yeah.
Okay, so a plain hamburger. And then bottom left is going to be Nicole screaming into the phone, "No, a cheeseburger without the cheese. That's it. I'm calling 911."
It escalates fast.
Hey, whoa, that
We only got
escalated
4
quickly.
squares.
yeah. That's
Dude.
the Act 2 turn right there.
Yeah, exactly.
And then bottom right is a very... honestly, this is almost commentary on like how fucked up the service industry is, because it's
Which
a
is
very,
what we were going for. I'm glad you see that.
It's a very sort of taken aback Meredith Gibson saying, okay, sorry, so a cheeseburger without the cheese. So at the end, she said the customer's always right. This is honestly a take on capitalism, if anything.
Is. Honestly, it's a big take on overconsumption and capitalism, like exactly like you said, but also kind of the like end of what we were trying to say, like at its core was like sometimes people need like 2 chances to understand things.
Sometimes you don't get it on the first time, and you gotta hear it again.
You gotta advocate for yourself and get back up. And
wow, so there's actually layers to this because it really is on Meredith Gibson's side a genuine miscommunication, maybe even a bad connection on the phone line, and you're you play sort of the jaded, so almost vilified
I'm so angry.
consumer.
I'm so scary.
And wow, that's fascinating stuff.
And also, like, the one thing that gets me is, like, at the end of the day, we were talking about the same thing with different language.
you and Meredith?
Yeah, like a cheeseburger without the cheese is, at its core, a hamburger.
A hamburger, right. So, yes, she didn't even really need to ask the question. I guess in that sense, she was almost being a bit of a smartass. Yes, a cheeseburger without the cheese is a plain hamburger.
Yes.
And so maybe, wow, we're really unpacking this. Maybe you were like, oh, this thinks she's better than me.
That's exactly what I said. And he did not say what you think he said under that beep. It was much worse.
It's actually something untrue, but bad. I don't know why he said
bad.
that.
Anyway, so I was making memes and being funny. And I was also making little weird videos, like what Justin was kind of talking about. I don't remember any of them vividly enough, but like weird things were happening. Also, like
you were I'm assuming on phone, dude, just kind of shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, also, or like whatever like digital camera we had lying around.
Camcorder or something.
Yeah, like weird ass shit. I don't know what the plot was.
But you had from like a young tween age, you had a camera in your hands. You were trying to make something that made you laugh.
Yeah, I think I told my mom, I was like, I want to be a movie director, and she was like, what? And then like 2 years later, I was like, fuck that. I want to be an orthodontist.
Wait, so what timeline was that? Like 14, 16?
It must have been when I had my braces. Or no, honestly, before I had my braces, like right before, like 13 to like 15, I was like, I'm going to fucking orthodontist.
Make movies. Oh, 13 to 15, you're like, I'm going to be an orthodontist. And then, but like before that, like 11, 12, you were like, I'm going to be the next.
Yeah, I wanted to make movies. I didn't even like watch that many movies. I didn't know like who people were. I was just like, I want to make
do
that
shit. Wow, cool. And then how long does ortho you had? Because honestly, that's a curveball for me.
I know, it's a curveball for everyone.
Orthodontics.
My mom was like, what? But go off, girl.
What are you talking about?
Honestly, she might have been like, that's a better choice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure like if I had I think when I was 15, came to my parents and been like, I actually want to be an orthodontist, I think that they would have been thrilled. That's cool.
Yeah, I know.
But how long does that persist through? Do you, by the time you're heading to Ann Arbor, are you still thinking
bruh, ain't no way this guy's here.
Do you want to?
What's going on?
You want to say something, man?
What's going on? What is this?
Like what's happening?
Do you know what year it is?
Yeah, it's 2023.
Word.
But
no, dude, it's actually 2047.
Yeah.
We've been doing the podcast for 24 years. You've been cryogenically frozen.
you have a beard yet?
No. I think you're incapable of growing one.
Not at all, dude.
Is there anything you want to say?
Yeah, I'm going back to freeze. Wake me up when Trump is president again.
Dude, my Nana will love that. My Nana will love that.
That was pretty funny. I got you.
I know what's going on. Hell yeah.
Got it. Say no more.
Getting my book.
Yeah, he's reading.
He's reading. He's reading The Feminine Mystique.
He's reading Bell Hooks.
Yeah.
You're reading Laura Mulvey.
Yeah, let's name every...
Jane Austen. Jane of Arc.
That's ridiculous.
I love Jane.
I'm trying to read that. Whatever that is.
She sounds like a badass,
yeah,
dude.
fuck yeah.
It is Jane Austen, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I know.
I'm gonna cut out me
Close
asking you,
call.
so I just look like a confident,
Jane Austen.
knowledgeable. But is there opportunities for you to make like I had digital media class, right? We talked about that a little bit. Is there a like outlet for that creativity academically at all?
Like honestly, not really. I feel like, but I do feel like with every and I know Justin said the same thing, but like with every school project where there was like creative liberty, like I was making a video. And like a couple that stick out to me most clearly, like I remember junior year in like US history class, whatever, like we were talking about, I had to write about, what was it? Kent State, like that, the Kent State shooting. Yeah. I made a rap video. Like
Do you please
tell
me you have
it.
that?
But I do remember one line that was like, Nixon sent troops to the west of Nam. It was like, I was like, why did I say, like, I don't even know. It was just like weird. But like my class like ate it up. And like I filmed all around school, like dancing, like whatever.
Well, I'm sure it was like ironic
wrong.
though.
Yeah, it was very ironic.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm sure it was hilarious, but
yeah.
wow, that's awesome. The Kent State rap.
And then my friend and I, and like we had a class all on the Cold War senior year. And like our topic was something to do with like brainwashing. Like I don't really remember.
MK Ultra.
Yeah, like basically. But we kind of just like, first of all, there's a lot of things in that class that I just like whizzed by. Like one time my teacher only wrote in like cursive and like I couldn't read cursive. So like we had to write a paper on like the Iron Curtain, which is like, hello, we know, like whatever. But like the whole time I was reading, like his handwriting is Jean Curtin. Like, and I was just like looking him up. I was like, who the fuck is Jean Curtin? Like, who is this French motherfucker? For like 3 days. And then I realized like, it's like iron. It's like something very...
It just means, yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, like, we made a brainwashing video where like, I don't even know. Weird shit. But that was my outlet. There was no real like film clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there was like...
Yeah, we didn't really have that either. We didn't have like clubs, I guess, either.
Okay. But that being said, we did have like electives that you would like take for a trimester. And there was like painting and like pottery and like all that stuff. And then there was a theater department, and I like my freshman year was never really interested in that. And like, I very much like saw myself as an athlete. Like I was like, okay, like in middle school, I played volleyball and softball and basketball. And like, I love sports. My brother loves sports. Like I'm going to be on varsity here, whatever. But we were required to take electives, and I like randomly got placed in an improv class sophomore year.
Wow.
Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, none of my friends are in this. Like, I don't want to do this at all.
This sucks.
Yeah, it totally
I'm
sucks.
a jock.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this theater
Just all
shit.
nerds in
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. But my theater teacher and my improv teacher, his name is Joel, like literally like changed my life. Like best class I've ever taken. Like I completely fell into like my own and was like, this is like, I've never felt like so excited about something, and like I really excelled at it. And like, yeah, so that was a semester. And then I was like, okay, I'm taking every single like acting and theater
anything
thing
I can do. Yeah. Start performing. That's sick.
Yeah. So that really changed my trajectory for sure.
Wow. But you don't remember, like when you pick Michigan, you're not like, I'm going here to become
I don't know what I wanted to study. I think I was very much like scared of ever saying I wanted to do film, because like I think it was something in the back of my mind, but I was like, no one, like I'm not going to succeed in that. Yeah. So like I'll choose something safer. I was like, oh, maybe I'm interested in like communications or whatever. Like it was always like, even until like sophomore year of college, I was very much like, I need like, okay, I want to do something creative, but like I'm going to do this marketing club to balance it out.
Yeah. Like I always thought like, because I know that's a very valid route to take, and it's a very smart route, especially if you're, if you have aptitude with like the business or marketing.
Which I didn't though.
Which I didn't like. I think, or maybe I did, but I didn't like it really that much. So, I definitely had those thoughts too. Like, should I be, communications or like creative writing or something that covers more bases? And then at the end of the day, I just kind of thought, I'm not sure that a broader degree is necessarily a safer degree.
I know. I realized that too. I was like, it's probably better to be like specialized.
So where did you live freshman year?
Freshman year, I lived in West Quad.
Wow, West Quad, best quad.
Yeah, but except I lived in Cambridge House, which was like a weird part of it with like random motherfuckers. So like honestly, everyone in there was like low key weird, but like we made it work.
And you had air conditioning though.
Yeah. Like apparently, like I don't even remember
allegedly.
That. Yeah.
And when do you start? Because we don't really, this is kind of fun because I won't have to talk about Breach of Peace or Wolf TV. I've talked about it on so many episodes. Yeah. We don't meet until
like junior year.
Literally the end of junior year.
Crazy. Yeah.
So what are you doing, dude, freshman and sophomore year? Now this is kind of exciting for everyone.
I know, because I literally, no one knew me. Yeah. I was like a little, who was I? Was that girl?
What are you doing?
Who was that like really beautiful girl across the quad? No, I know.
Petite.
I'm going to answer all of your questions about that today. Very petite. Very, very fucking petite. What was I doing? I was taking, like I took FTVM 150 like in the fall. Like I was in that. And weirdly enough, like I actually sat next to a mod for it.
Nice.
And like whatever. We were like, hey, like what's up? First day of class. And then I think we sat together for one more class. And then like one weekend I was like going to the football game and like I saw him and he was like, do you need an extra ticket? And I was like, yeah. And he gave his ticket to my friend. So saw him out a million times. And then I see him at fucking Comco auditions. And then
Freshman year.
Yeah, freshman year. So I auditioned for Comco like, okay, actually, I guess I was doing improv freshman, sophomore year. That's what I was doing. Like, and taking a couple film classes and realizing I wanted to study it. But
you were honing your comedic talents.
yeah. So like I had my high school improv experience, but I never knew like that was something that went beyond like high school, like for anyone.
Wow, cool.
Like I never knew people
So
were
you're
performing.
discovering this whole. Nice.
Yes. So I remember being at festival and like walking past all the clubs and seeing like the Improfessionals. I'm like, boo. No, I'm kidding, you guys. Like, you guys are awesome. I'm kidding. No, but I saw the Improfessionals and I was like, oh my God, improv. And I was like, holy fucking shit, this is pitch perfect. This is pitch perfect, but this is improv. And I was like in shock.
It's happening to me right now. Yeah.
And they were like, yeah. And then there was like NBC and Comco. And like, I remember the Improfessionals were like, oh, our auditions are next weekend. And then I saw Summer Benton, who was like the president my freshman year and also just the goated person ever. And I was like, do you guys have auditions? And she was like, yeah, tonight. And I was like, fuck no.
Yeah,
like, I'm not doing
that's
that.
too soon.
Way too soon. But my BFF Raina was like, you should just do it. Like, just go.
Send it.
Yeah. So she like, I went and
Give me some
ridiculous.
names, dude. Anybody that I'd know.
Who auditioned?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know anyone who auditioned.
Okay.
Oh, who was
Or
in it?
In it that I would know? Probably not.
Max Hausner.
Okay.
He was,
okay.
yeah,
Cool.
who also love. Did you ever know like Finn Maloney, Sammy Cole?
I think I saw Finn in Boys and Husbands. Did I? No.
But if you came to
No, I
any
don't
like
know Finn
show
Maloney.
junior year, you would have seen them. But anyways, they are the GOAT. Like honestly, freshman year at Comco, like holy shit, like what the fuck was going on? We were so good.
It was sick.
Archie, if you ever met Archie, just like an incredible.
The riffs
incredible
were
group.
flowing, dude. The bits were going.
And I just remember auditioning. It was like 5 minutes, just me and all of them sitting at a long table and like looking at all of them and being like, I gotta be one of you guys. Like, I gotta be one of you.
Nice.
And I got a call back for that. And then callbacks were with people. And that was like, I met Ahmad and Charlie Seeley. And Ahmad and Charlie like were friends from high school and they were riffing. Like, oh my God, we're all waiting to go into improv rehearsals, like tense as fuck. And those guys are being the
just doing
funniest I've ever
bits.
heard. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not getting in.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine. Like, you know what? Like, it was fun, like, listening to you guys
Yeah,
be funny.
right.
Like, this was an honor.
yeah, laughing mad.
Yeah. They were so good. And then we had our audition together. And then, actually, this is kind of a crazy thing, but I'm going to say it anyways, because I feel like most people know it at this point. But after that, all the improv rehearsal people, audition people got, like, Jimmy Johns together. And Charlie Seeley was like, oh, like, I live in West Quad too. So we walked back together. And, like, why did we kiss? Why did we do that? But we did.
Woo!
We did.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know who Charlie Seeley is.
He's like in Comco. He's a really tall blonde guy in my class. He's crazy. He's awesome. But anyways, we did that.
Why
and
did
then
we kiss?
I know, I was like, why did we do that? And then we both like looked at our phones and it was like, you're in. And we're like, fuck.
You thought for sure you were not getting it.
Yeah. He was like, well, I thought I wasn't getting in and he was. And he thought I was getting in and he
Oh
wasn't.
man.
Yeah. But it was just good. After that, we were like, all right.
You
that
were
was
both
weird.
like, let's get something out of this
Yeah,
process.
yeah. So that was just like goofy.
Wow, that's a fun one for sure.
Right?
And so then you're fucking doing improv, dude.
Mm-hmm. And like my whole world was opened up with that. Like I knew like I only knew improv at like a basic thing, but like they gave me a book and like we were rehearsing twice a week and like getting really good feedback and like I just remember getting so obsessed with it and like calling my mom and telling all my friends like holy like I like literally am obsessed. Like I've never felt like this before.
What all
So
of your friends
cringe.
and family want to get that
Yeah.
phone call, dude.
I
I'm
know.
obsessed with
My
improv
mom was
comedy.
like, you should look into the Ross Minor. So goofy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then you meet a guy at a Sklar Brothers stand-up show.
Yes. Yeah.
We'll kind of breeze through that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're actually, we don't meet, but you are you play my mom in a sketch.
Oh my God. That's also kind of another funny story.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I like freshman, sophomore year, I didn't join any film clubs. I didn't like know what that was about. I think I was scared or like, I don't know. So I didn't know any of you guys. But I did know Ben because I had like a couple classes with him here and there and like like had like Zoom messaged him like a weirdo.
Nice, dude.
Yeah, so Ben and I obviously meet and we're like starting to hang out a
Yeah.
little bit.
Wait, what are you Zoom messaging him?
I loved your short film. Like whatever I said, like same with him. Like in 290.
Right,
Were you
yeah.
in my 290? No.
I took it online with Terry Sayers.
Okay, then we were in the same class. Wait, were we? Or like we must have.
I was also had like Anthony Short in there.
Wait, were you in the
and-
fall or winter?
Oh shit, dude.
I was in the fall. What was Ben?
Oh, I think I was in the winter.
Okay, yeah. So
No,
I was
I
in the
wasn't
fall.
in there with you guys.
Okay, I was with Jake Primack, like
Wasn't
Aaron
in there.
Rudman, Ben Servertalk, Jeevan, crazy class.
Yeah,
But I didn't know
stacked
any
roster,
of them. I didn't
yeah.
like whatever. So we both really liked each other's films. But then, yeah, I don't know, whatever. And then we had screenwriting together my sophomore winter. We had 310 together. And my script totally flopped, and his obviously ate. Like his was like yummy, yummy, so good. Okay. Anyway, so once we started seeing each other, I remember he texted me after like we had like gone on like a little date, and he was like, hey, like super last minute, like totally okay if you say no, but like do you think you could like act in this sketch?
Yeah.
And I was like, yes, like definitely. And he like sent me the script, and I was like, I thought I was a grandmother, but I realized I was your mom.
Yeah.
But I was like dying.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden,
yeah.
I'm like so fucking nervous. And
Really?
I practiced that monologue with Raina literally 500 times. And she has videos of me being like, and the caption on the Snapchat video is like, the guy she just made out
I've
with.
seen that.
Yeah, the guy she just made out with asked her to be a grandma in his sketch. And then I did it.
Oh man, that was great. America's Shortest Shafts.
Great sketch. Great
check it
fucking-
out.
You're so, dude, that shit is good.
Yeah, I mean a lot of fun. Great premise. Great.
Wait, you and Jake kiss in
execution.
that? Is that what happens?
The infamous, legendary Primack Davidson smooch.
So incredible. I remember seeing it and being
yeah.
like, this is the best sketch I've ever seen in my life.
It was a lot of fun. I remember when Ben pitched it in the Open Stomach Global room.
Mm-hmm.
And
also a stacked sketch class, a completely stacked
so
sketch
sick.
class.
I had so much fun.
Yeah.
there. And when Ben, pitched it, gave the thing, he just was like, "We just need someone to play the guy with the smallest dick in the country." And
You're like-
I literally did like one quick look around and I was like, I've been practicing for this my whole life. He was like, all right,
Dude,
we
Moments
can
like
do
that
it.
are rare. Moments like that are rare.
It was the role I was born to play, and that was a lot of fun. But then, we don't really. I didn't.
I know
meet
we
you.
didn't even interact with that. Like I
Yeah.
was like,
Right.
I had no idea who you were.
And then what I remember, my first impression memory of you would have been months and months later at the Imagination year-end party, our junior year.
yeah. Oh, and I had done an MH sketch. Yeah.
Yeah, but I wasn't in MAG at the time.
Oh, you weren't?
No, I joined MAG my senior year.
Oh, damn. Okay. I hadn't been in it before then either.
And I didn't really know that many people there. I knew like Ben and Justin
Whoa.
and Jake.
So
and
all
Jonah.
from sketch then?
Yeah, and
Crazy.
just like Wolf TV.
Yeah.
But I didn't know Jesse Krugel. I didn't know like
Aw.
any of these people
Neither did
here.
I.
And I just remember like towards the end of the party, just like talking to you talking to you and Ben. And did you bring one of your friends there that night?
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. And you're just like, huh. Like I said something. And you're just like, huh. That was funny. We should be friends.
No, I remember you saying this on Macy's podcast. I was like, damn,
we
I'm
should
such a
hang
weirdo.
out next year. I was like, dude, that's
I'm literally such a motherfucker.
well, but that
like, shut up.
it is like kind of a weird, but it was so like it was funny and it was the perfect thing to say because I was like, yeah, dude, funny. And then the summer happens, we hang out, and then
yeah.
a little bit.
Wait, we had
right?
to know. I have a vivid memory of like you coming to LA.
Yeah.
And that basketball game that we played, like you were so good and it was so fun and we were all so into it. And I was like, I want to play basketball with this motherfucker all the time.
Those were some electric hoop.
It was
runs,
so
dude.
fun. Like the back of the frat that we whatever. It was just
dude.
it was
basketball hoop.
incredible.
Just man, those were I look upon those times fondly, hooping with the gang, and
Yeah.
went to the doctor today.
Oh my god, updates?
The MCL is intact. That was
Oh
the
my
big
god,
fear.
dude. I thought you were about to say
MCL is
torn.
intact. We're
Yeah, it
we're
is.
worried that there's a meniscus tear. So still got to get an
Meniscus.
MRI. Still got to get it checked out. But
Damn, dude.
it's looking better than my worst fears.
dude, the courts are missing you.
Man, I missed that.
Wait, can I pee?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay.
We're back. We're back right
back.
now, dude. Now we're back.
I'm refreshed.
Good, dude. I don't want to hang on the summer too long because we've talked about it, but I did in the summer like learn from Ben that he was like, oh dude, Nicole does stand up.
Oh my God, yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, I barely did it. I was taking a class.
Cool. And then I had to leave LA before I got to see you go on stage. So I hadn't seen you do stand up yet ever. And so that's just a little teaser for later because before we get to stand up, let's talk about senior year, Boys and Husbands.
Best year of my life. Dude, best project ever. So
best
freaking
project
fun.
ever.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Take it away. Tell me where the concept started because this really fascinated me. I think when most people, and I guess when I think of like a Pen 15 or a Super Bad or any project that's like approaching the that age of like 7th to 11th grade, I feel like that's spawned out of some kind of like trauma or just like the awkwardness and like not to say Boys and Husbands isn't, but to hear you be like I was peaking in 7th grade and like I loved it. That made me so interested because Boys and Husbands is
it's specifically 7th grade.
It was the talk of the town. Yeah. So tell me where the concept originates and how it comes to the point where you're able to make it, and then we'll get into making it.
Yeah. Okay. So I've there's like so many different little places where the idea came from. But so I knew I was going to take 427, which was such a shock to me because I like coming out of 310, like I was kind of like convinced that I wasn't a writer or a good writer at all. Like I didn't even get into 410 to begin with. Like I don't know. I didn't really understand screenwriting.
And 310 is your first ever feature script, and 427 is like your third.
Yes. Yeah. So I got into 410 very last minute, like a semester later, and I had Dan Shear, who I absolutely adored.
Legend.
And like he's a legend, and like he really helped me. Like I completely did the rewrite, whatever, blah blah blah. So he like I guess he just enjoyed my writing, and he was teaching 427 the next semester instead of Jim. So it was a really special class. It was his first time teaching it. And it's like a 5-person class, whatever, you know the deal. And I remember over the summer, like hearing, I don't know where the idea came from really, but I just remember like thinking a lot about like being in a relationship and this idea of like you either break up or you get married, like kind of, which is like obviously so black and white, but like there's some truth to it. Yeah. And it's like, it's scary. It's really scary. So, I was thinking about a way of like explaining that and like that feeling. And I was always like, people in Comco were always telling me like I played middle, like my comfort character was an awkward middle schooler. And I was like, damn, you're right. And I just have this like love for middle school. Like I said, like I loved 7th grade, but like I obviously like, I know how cringe I was and like how embarrassing shit was and like how hard things were with boys. Like liking a boy was like hell. Like
it's awful,
it took, like you had to fucking go through manual labor to find out if they liked you. And like everything was so high stakes. Everything was the highest stakes that it's ever been in like your entire life. Like telling someone you like them, you
Terrifying.
might die.
Like the anxiety symptoms that I get now from like doing the scary, like when I, it's like the equivalent.
Yes. No, seriously. It feels like everything's life or death. So I was like, I feel like the log line just came to me and I was like, okay, a 12-year-old is suffering the worst heartbreak of her life, and the only way that she can mend her broken heart is by like getting married. And I was like, and I like pitched it to like Justin and Macy, and like on a hike, and they like loved it, and like it just made everyone start talking about their own middle school experiences.
Right. Nice.
And we were like laughing, and I was just like, oh my God, I need to write all this down.
There's something here. Yeah.
So I went into it just, I don't know, the character, like I made a bunch of characters. Like I fell in love with like Hallie, who was like basically me, and like my voice. And then I loved all the boys, like MacArthur and Ernest, like just like figuring them out, like made me laugh. Ernest actually came from like Max Hausner sent me a picture of him when he was 12. I can send it to you so you can flash it. But he had like a fedora on. He just looks like a little band nerd. And I was like, I loved it. And I just like wrote a character profile off of that. And like that became Ernest. And then everyone in that class was just like so supportive every page. And Dan Shear really like, as I was writing, the greatest note he gave me was like, slow down. Like the scenes with Hallie and Gracie like are so funny. Make them as long as they need to be. Like let them talk. Like it is so fun to watch them like figure their world out and like see how they deal with things. And like even now with my rewrite, like he encouraged me to get rid of all the adults, which I was like really hesitant to do because I love the parents. And I did it, and like shit
You
exploded.
think it's better?
It's so much better.
Yeah.
It's
Is
incredible.
the gym teacher still? The teachers are
He
still
is,
in there?
yeah. He's like the only adult basically. But
Cool.
yeah, so Dan Shear really helped, and then like Rex would be reading for Gracie, and like his voice is like always up there for me, and like I don't know, I just had the most fun I've ever had writing that, and really felt like I had found my voice, but at the same time still didn't think it was anything special. And then Jim emailed me being like let's meet, when we were talking about like 423, and he had read like my first 50 pages, and like I guess his wife loves Pen 15. It just resonated with him, and he was like, I want to make this. And I had told myself, I was like, I am not gonna do 423. Like before this, I was like,
which is shortening your feature script to produce it.
To 30, like to produce it. And like I just heard horror stories about that class. Like you're on set all weekend, like, and I was like, okay, it's my senior fall. My senior spring. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But then like he said, we're doing it, and I was like, yeah, we're doing it. I mean, like obviously we're doing it.
Well, yeah, of course. There was never a doubt that we were gonna do it.
Exactly.
We were always gonna do it.
Yeah, I was like, hello.
And so then, this is where it really gets fun to me. I mean, obviously, it's super cool. But now you get to freaking assemble the Avengers, dude. You get
Yeah.
to be Nick Fury,
I was so
and you get to
scared.
pick your team. You were scared because
was
because
scared.
you want it to go right. But I could tell I could remember from the jump of when it started to come together that like you were gonna get a freaking squad that was
I
gonna
know,
be tight.
but I didn't think so. I was like, in my head, I was like, 423 is the biggest commitment ever. No, like I felt so uncomfortable asking people to do it, and I was like, who do I even ask? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to ask anyone to direct. I remember, I feel like maybe I texted a couple actors, but like maybe like Miles being like, you should be in this,
Yeah.
and like he was like,
Well, so how does it come about that friend of the show, Macy Galler, you tap Macy to direct?
Well, so Macy, I wanted Macy to be a part of it so badly,
Yeah.
like to a kind of an absurd level.
Right.
But I again didn't want to be like too much. And I remember Macy texting me and being like, "Oh my god, like I love it. Like I'm gonna audition. I was like, "Oh, that's amazing."
Yeah.
And then I feel like Sienna had said to me like, "I want to direct," and I was like, "Oh my god, Sienna." But then like a scheduling conflict came up, and like Sienna couldn't do it anymore, and I was like, "Okay, we're fucked."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Macy was like, "I want to direct," and I was like, "Oh my god!" My literal body exploded. Everything like went
Yeah.
crazy, and they had so many like incredible thoughts about the script from the get-go, and like that stood out to me. I was like, I'd never really had. I don't know. It just felt crazy that an outside perspective like cared that much, and like I could feel that they were gonna take care of the script and like handle it like
it
a
feels like
baby.
such a perfect energy match
Yes,
from the start.
exactly.
Like the vibe that the show's trying to go for matches so perfectly with just what
Yeah.
Macy is about.
I know, and I like wanted to work with Macy so badly. Like Macy's my idol.
Yeah.
Macy was the one who like when I got coffee with them like junior year, they were like, I was like, I don't really like, I want to do film stuff, but I don't know how to get into it. Macy was like, write a script for Image, and I was like, oh, okay.
No, it's
like-
easy.
I was like, why do you have all the knowledge in the world?
Why do you know so much shit?
Yeah, I was
you
like, what the
asshole?
fuck is going on? No, but so anyways, that was like the greatest joy ever. And then getting a mod on it, I
Oh,
never
man.
thought that could happen.
That dude's a savant behind the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that was like the first time when I was like, holy shit, like we got this.
Yeah.
Like Macy and Ahmad. And then just more and more people
And then you
kept
filled it in
joining.
with like everyone that I talked, because I came to set for one day.
Brooke Doddridge. Oh wait, can I say one more thing really fast?
Yeah.
Okay, in the summer, I told Brooke about this idea when we were driving from LA to Michigan, and I remember us being in like a little camper in New Mexico, and me explaining the idea to her, and she was like, "Oh my god, like Hallie or like the main character would wear green fishnet gloves like for the dance," and she's like, "We're gonna make this, right?" And I was like, "No, we're not gonna make this. I'm just writing it." And she was like, "Oh, disappointed."
Yeah.
And then I remember texting her being like, "We're fucking making it."
Brooke
I need
Doddridge,
you in
dude.
it.
Jewish logic.
Jewish logic.
Jewish fucking logic.
The goat.
Also, just one of my I've only hung out with Brooke 4 or 5 times in my life, and every time I'm around Brooke, I'm like, oh fuck,
She is the best.
you're awesome.
I love her.
You're
I could
so
do a whole
cool.
episode on her. She's the best. I mean, she should
We'll
be
have her
here.
on at one point, hopefully. Yeah.
Definitely.
Fuck. I mean, so I was on set one day.
Yeah.
Got cut.
Did you see your video in the bloopers?
No, it wasn't in the bloopers.
I can show you it right after this.
Yeah, I'd like to
It is
see
the
it.
funny. I literally remember like having to physically restrain myself while you were performing.
I would love to see it just to see, because I shaved all the hair off my
I know.
face.
Oh, you were so nice.
I'm just saying. It wasn't actually a big deal,
Dude,
but I like
you're
to make a
pissed.
big deal out of it.
Yeah.
I drove like 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm. You drove far as fuck. And we did
Almost
not pay you
watched
for
Jim
that gas.
Bernstein get killed by a couch coming off a car on
Are
the
you
way
for real?
back. Yeah, it was wild as hell.
Oh my god.
I was taking a bunch of people back, and Jim was driving in front of us, and a pickup truck was driving at us, and
What the fuck?
his couch fell out of his bed, like
Wait,
feet
you were
in front
driving
of.
Jim?
No, he was in the car in front
Oh,
of us.
okay.
And we saw the couch literally come feet from
Holy shit.
smashing his car. It was
Dude,
nuts.
Jim definitely had some like fucking maneuver. Like
Yeah.
he was like, he's a goat.
He braked hard. Shoop, boop,
Yeah.
got around it.
He
I
didn't
was
even
like,
care.
holy hell, that was insane.
Mhm.
Sorry, I got sidetracked.
It's okay. I
again.
loved it. I loved it.
Every person I met on that set was like in a good mood and like a funny person that I wanted to talk to. Josh Chapp, who
Oh my
I
god.
met there,
I love Josh.
and wish I got more of a chance to talk to
He's so
him.
talented.
Cause yeah, that dude,
And Jocelyn, are you kidding me?
Jocelyn Brown, wait, they'll be on the show soon.
Yeah.
for an
incredible
episode.
person. Incredible producer.
Incredible energy. Yeah,
We literally like, and also I can't believe it. I felt like everyone in a really cool way, like put their best foot forward, which is hard to do when you're working long hours and like exhausted, but everyone really just came and fucking put everything out there. It was incredible.
it was so cool to
And
see.
obviously I was so grateful. It was like the coolest thing to see come alive, like seeing my words be spoken out loud. I was like, what the fuck is going
It
on?
was your baby.
I know.
You
I
did
never
it.
thought that could happen.
And Joe Gailey, I want to shout out.
Oh
again.
my God. Wait,
I think he may have been my favorite.
yes,
character.
and he was the hardest to cast. Jace, that part,
Yeah.
like hardest to cast. And we had extensive conversations about it. And when Joe auditioned, we were like, why did we ever have conversations about this? It
Yeah.
was like the easiest decision ever. He's incredible.
He was so awesome.
He played it
dude.
perfectly.
I think about that. What are you doing later? Probably vaping.
And that was
I think about that
improv.
line all
Dude,
the time.
I added that to my most recent draft.
nice.
I was like, that's got to be on paper,
Yeah, man.
but
awesome.
can't take credit for it.
Awesome stuff. And is that available for for public viewing yet?
There's like a password on Vimeo, but
Okay.
yeah, it's 423W23. Like I'm like, it doesn't really matter.
Well, some people might want to watch it.
Yeah, it'll be out there.
It'll be out there eventually.
Yeah,
All
very
right.
proud of it.
It was so cool, man. It was the best. And it's not the last time we're gonna make something cool.
I know. Well,
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll actually make the final cut this time.
you will, and you'll be lobotomized because that's the next project.
We have to do it real.
Yeah.
We don't have an effects budget.
No, we don't. So it's very real.
Let's jump forward. Let's jump lateral maybe.
Okay, jump laterally. Do whatever you want.
Around this time, no, you probably would have wrapped by this point. I don't really remember the timeline of anything.
Mm-hmm.
My memory's slipping a little bit.
That's okay.
Old age.
Oh, it's okay. It's really sad.
That's like that. Do you have a name for that kind of? Because you do the and you do the ew. Okay,
Ew, yeah.
and
yeah.
those are two of my those without fail will get me every time.
I would call those like honest reactions.
Ew.
Ew, like it's real. It's very real.
I can't even do it. I don't know how you hit the ew. You hit so succinctly so fast. I can't do it. Like I can't
I
hit.
feel like I got it from. Wait, I know where I got it from.
Where do
It's
you get
from.
it?
Well, it's from. Please don't destroy Ben. Ben is dying. And you're like, ew, dying is so gross. That's like where it came from originally, for sure.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check that out again.
It's the best. Yeah, it's the best.
They are so funny. But fuck other funny people because we're talking about
fuck them.
us. We're not bleeping their names anymore, I guess. But the I Need to Be Held guys
Boo.
had chef.
Just kidding. They're the goats.
They had made a bunch of shit that we helped on
Incredible
a little bit.
shit.
Yeah.
I remember being on set with you in prison. I love to bring that one up. My favorite one of all time.
It's actually I do like it a lot too. Prison
Dude.
Lunch Table is a great sketch that I got to be the face of.
And it's incredible,
for
and
better
I
or
don't give a
worse.
shit how much it doesn't get any hate. Like it's like a joke to be like,
Yeah,
whatever. I did show my coworkers it.
And
They loved it. Wow. But Ben was like, why? Why would you do
yeah,
that?
your coworkers now at your big
Just
girl
a couple,
job?
just like three of
The
them.
ones you knew were cool.
Yeah. I was like, you guys are allowed to see this
You
shit.
guys are cool.
Yeah, they loved it.
So they're doing this thing, and they have the brilliant idea to do a live premiere of their new set of sketches.
So good. Honestly, one of the best nights of the semester. It was
Dude,
so fun. So anticipated.
it was like the energy. Like I brought family in.
Yeah.
Like I brought
No,
my
as you
parents and
should.
cousins in.
I
I was
would've
like, this
if
is
I
gonna be
could.
so fun.
Yeah. It was so good.
And so, but before the sketches, they wanted to have some live warm up entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
And the very talented Stats Nico performed.
Oh my God, goat. Love that guy.
Great
Did you know
performer.
his song? He has some songs in Boys and Husbands.
I did not know.
Yeah, we got him.
Cool.
Like all the raps that you hear at the dance are fucking his.
Wow, they sound great.
I know, they're
Yeah.
so good. He
Super
like really
talented
leaned
dude.
into 2012.
Yeah,
very
sick.
talented.
And then they wanted some live comedy to really warm up get the
They did.
hee-haws, the guffaws out of the crowd before
Yes,
the
they
sketches
did.
played. And so I imagine their conversation went something like, who do we know that does stand-up comedy?
Couple.
I guess we can ask Nicole and Hunter.
Dude, I was so afraid. I remember Ben asked me and I was like, no, I'm not doing that.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I was like, I can't. I don't want to do that at all.
Wow.
But I made myself say yes. I was
That's
like,
sick.
I was like, this will force me to come up with a new set and like,
Wow.
I'm just gonna do it. But I was terrified. Like,
That's awesome.
yeah, no, it was bad. Very bad.
In the deepest, most selfish parts of my soul, I was like, they better fucking ask me.
Of course they would ask
They
you,
better fucking ask me
dude.
to do
Of
stand-up here.
course.
And so when they came and asked me, I think I probably maybe tried to play it humble, be like, really? Are you sure? But I was like, yes.
Dude.
And beyond just the fact that I knew, because I know that gig and it was nerve-wracking,
Mm-hmm.
but I knew like that's a pretty unbombable gig pretty much, unless you're
Yeah.
just absolutely
That's a good point.
obscene. Like it's 130 people that are all like there to cheer on
Yeah.
us. Like we were, and probably most of the people were like in line with our sense of humor. So like I knew that, and like I had opened for the Open Stomach Global show,
Yeah.
which I was very nervous about. But then after doing it, I was like, oh, I would have had to be so bad to have bombed that. Like, so I knew
I
that.
did not have that mentality. I was like, I will
I
bomb.
know.
I will be obscene. I will die. Like,
Well,
it'll be
and so
terrible.
and you weren't doing a lot of stand up, and
No, I was doing none.
I mean, compared to like real stand up comedians, I wasn't doing a lot of stand. I was
Yeah.
doing like
You were doing
one
more
or
than me,
two
though.
mics a month.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I feel like you have stand up mind. Like you're always coming up with jokes. Like your stuff is fresh.
I'm always at least trying. If I'm not getting on stage as much as I would like to be, I'm always trying to at least like be,
yeah.
whatever.
And you're great.
Thank
You
you. But I was very excited to do stand up with you. We had never done stand up together.
I know. I was so excited. And I remember obviously going to Heidelberg
So
and
yeah, that's
testing
what I
our
want.
shit out together.
The day before the show, we go to the Heidelberg open mic. Shout out to Vivian Burgett.
Yes, I follow her. She's awesome.
I do as well. She's great. Ann
Yeah.
Arbor. Let's shout out some of the people really Vivian and Floyd Jones. You follow Floyd, dude?
Yeah, I do.
I also follow Floyd as well.
There's one other guy, but I forget his name. He was like incredible, but he's out there doing.
Yeah,
doing
the Ann
comedy.
Arbor. If you're in Ann Arbor listening to this, go to some local Ann Arbor comedy shows.
Yeah.
Man, there's some
Really good
very
scene.
quality stand up there. So we went to Heidelberg. And
Wait, also like can I paint the picture for you right before Heidelberg? Okay, so like I was planning on doing the set that I already had from the summer. I was like,
Yeah.
whatever, like I'll just try it. And then I think I just was like, that set sucks. So I'm gonna try and do something new. And I like got some inspiration, but I'm so afraid of practicing stuff in front of people. Like it just can't happen. And like I just have to say it out loud, and like keep doing it and like ranting. And the only person who I could find that I was comfortable doing in front of was Raina, who I've mentioned before, my roommate.
Yeah.
And Raina, she's a double major in math and computer science. Motherfucker's always doing homework, always
Yeah.
on her iPad doing
Yeah.
equations. I'm like, what are you writing? Like, what are you
What
writing?
the fuck are you
What is going
calculating
on?
right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, she'll literally be in a full conversation, be like, oh yeah, so like doing fucking like she's on a different like creating a new dimension.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
like,
She's
yeah.
opening holes in the
Yeah.
space-time
No,
continuum. Yeah.
She is.
She is.
Kind of.
Yeah.
She always is. But that's like on a casual day. That's when she's like,
and don't be fucking facetious about it, you
yeah.
asshole.
No, seriously. That's in her like nightly skincare routine.
Yeah.
Okay, and now I will open the hole.
Seaweed mask. Man. We're gonna
Yeah.
rip a hole here.
Yeah, it's very casual. Yeah. Wow. So anyways, she's opening the space and time, like whatever time and space hole. I'm like, yes. And I'm fucking just doing this ranting set. And like when
You're doing your set.
yes, I'm like, we have like a fake mic in my house and I'm like walking around the living room, like saying weird shit. And eventually like I do like the Mickey Mouse voice.
Yes.
And she's like, that was funny. And like, so she starts like guiding me, and she completely shaped my set. And then she came to that open mic with us and was doing her math homework.
Yeah, Raina showed up and did homework at the comedy set. And
I love her.
We try not to burn material on the show.
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that will come pay to see us do stand-up comedy eventually.
Might make you lose.
But you have a joke where you do a Mickey Mouse impression evading a potential predator.
A predator is kind of a way to like wave predators off that people don't think of, which is fine because I am.
Can you give us one sentence in the Mickey Mouse voice?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. It's so ridiculous. Wait, okay. I have to tell you where it comes from, and it comes from my roommate Miranda, who also
I've also
bestie
met
for life.
Miranda. Yeah.
Yes, you've met all of them. But Miranda, like one summer, kind of just out of nowhere, revealed this voice to me, and where it honestly, at its core came from was we were on Martha's Vineyard, and Obama has a house there, and word got around that he was having a birthday party, and we were like, "How do we get there?"
Who the fuck? Yeah.
We were like, "How do we get ourselves in there?" And Miranda was joking that she would come in sort of as a jester, like an entertainment person, as a Mickey Mouse impersonator, and she just kept over and over going like, "Hi, Obama," and like that had me like that was like the thing that she could say a million times, and it would just get me
killing,
going.
Dude. Well, I also like to think like, man, who's on the guest list to Obama's birthday party? And Miranda's
Definitely not Mickey Mouse
you don't
impersonator.
Think well, what if real Mickey Mouse is?
Dude, he probably is.
I think, dude, the real Mickey Mouse might be there, dude.
That guy, I mean, I'm inviting him to my
Steamboat
birthday
Willie.
party. Yeah.
So Heidelberg is a bar in Ann Arbor. It's a German beer house.
Yep.
And a great spot to have a beer and hang out, and a cool place to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah,
it's really nice
awesome.
that they let people do stand-up comedy there.
Yeah.
And so it's a show up, go up mic, and it was free, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Which is
Can't
awesome.
get that here.
And like that's why Ann Arbor comedy is so cool. So you show up, you put your name down, and you get 5 minutes of stand-up comedy time. So we show up, and there's about 20 people in the bar, and we're like, whoa, pretty big turnout. About 18 or 19 of those people were stand-up comedians.
Right. That's what it always
Which is
is.
what open mics usually are. And so we're we're last, dude. We're closing the show. You were third to last, and I was second to last.
Yeah.
And so by like comedian number 15, like the place had pretty much cleared it. Like most of the people that had gone up
except
top,
for Raina.
but most of the comedians that had gone up top were like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Not sticking around to watch all this. Raina graciously stayed, and then like a few other like just like people looking for a beer had filtered in and like realized a comedy show was going on.
They're
and been like
fuck.
they were like fuck, but they were like, I guess it doesn't fully ruin. Like I guess I'll still have a beer here. Like it's better still than going somewhere else. So there was like 4 or 5 comedians left, and then like 4 just like random patrons there for our sets. Which honestly, I mean, it's not the ideal atmosphere for stand-up comedy, but like it still felt good there when you got like 2 people to laugh, especially one of the other comedians. It was like, all right, that joke has something like that. Works.
100%. They were genuine laughers. They weren't like trying not to laugh like if like some fucking people here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And so that was fun. Again, shout out Vivian and Floyd and everyone else in the Ann Arbor comedy scene. Super cool. And then the next day
was the show.
I Need to Be Held show.
I was so nervous. There was a big audience. Like they filled the auditorium.
There was people standing in the back.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was crazy. But I've like done improv on that stage. Like Angel Hall, I was not a
You've
stranger.
had a packed. Yeah, you've had packed.
Yeah.
Theaters before.
I know, but stand up's so different to me.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And crush. Hard crush.
We both crushed.
Hard crushage.
Hard crushage.
And then we popped open some beers and enjoyed the show.
And it was one of the best nights ever.
God, it was so fun.
I know. And since then we've been
pretty tight ever since. And then we've gotten to do stand up really only once.
I know, but
we're gonna fucking
do more.
I'm making a pledge that we're gonna
I'm
fucking
there. It's scary out here though. It's a little
so
scary. Yeah.
And,
but it's okay.
But we gotta do it, dude.
Yeah, we got to.
We have to.
No, I know.
And now we got our friend Mary
Nearhouse, literally the GOAT.
Yeah.
Love that girl, my roomie. Let's go.
Yes, dude. Yes. We should also say, super producer Katie Fitzgibbon's absent today. Also,
that's okay. I'm like, no, I know. I feel her
Nicole.
presence though, dude. I really feel her presence.
I think she was here in spirit today.
No, she was. She literally was because I summoned her. It's real. It's very real. Scary.
No.
Nah, she's with her friends.
Yeah, she's hanging out with
She's got
people
visitors.
she likes more than us.
Yeah, which is fine.
And I think we kind of covered the bases.
I think
Nicole.
we did. I think we got through it all. This has been an incredible honor.
Felt good, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm glad that you said that, and that's nice of you to say. It shouldn't feel like an honor because
No, but it was.
you're gonna be back on the show.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's like, I mean, obviously I'm hoping for like next week and stuff, but I'm like willing. That's fine if I have to wait longer.
It's a little presumptuous, but
Yeah,
you'll
no,
definitely be
it's
back on. I mean, here, I want this. I know I keep saying this, and then I love interviewing people, and that's why I started the show, is to get to know more about people.
You're so good
and it's
at
very
it.
fun. Thank you. But I do see this evolving into more of riffing, which is why honestly,
We'll get
I've
there.
been liking the 20 minutes up top. That's building the riff muscles. It's kind of fun.
I want to build my riff muscles because they're kind of weak.
Yeah, you've been out of the
They're-
improv game a little bit.
Yeah, my live riff muscles are
Yeah.
like kind of minuscule, but
Yeah.
we'll get there. Working on it.
Working on it. All right, dude. It's late, dude. Let's get you home.
Let's get to
you're
bed.
busy bee. You got to go home and get some sleep. Go to bed.
Dude, I gotta go to bed.
Dude, hold on. Let me fucking cue this up. We'll do a cool handshake. We'll drop the mics down and we'll get the hell out of here. Nicole
mics.
Winthrop, what an absolute pleasure. Bye, mics.
That was